of the world. Let's hear from New York, where our good friend Melvin is on the line to talk about Ukraine. Go ahead, Melvin.
Hello, George. You hear me well?
Very clearly. Go ahead,
George?
brother.
Yes. Nice to talk to you again. It's been a little while. Here's the thing, and this is something that's gotten my attention, especially in the last 20 years, but recently. And as you well know, and I well know, you know, in the Donbass with this referendum and all that, that a lot of people over in our country, well, my country, your country, and the ones around, have all said that they don't accept it, as you spoke about earlier. But nobody seems to remember or think that, hey, maybe the reason that this referendum went over so much with so many people is the fact that these people are dying from Ukraine. They need protection. And when I tell people this or try to show people this, it's like they don't think about that. And my main question to you with it is, because you'll hear the anti stuff easily. People jump onto it with no problem, but nobody ever thinks about why it could actually be. How do you get people to think about stuff like that in advance? I mean, sometimes they listen to you, sometimes they don't afterwards, but I've never gotten them to think about it in advance.
Well, if I had $1 for everyone that says to me in writing or in person, I never thought I'd agree with you, but that tells me that people can change their mind. Only a fool never changes their mind, as was said earlier by Martin J. When the facts change, so do my opinions. How about you, as Groucho Marx famously quipped? So we have no alternative but to keep trying to point out what to you and me is the blindingly obvious. I gave the examples. I could give many more of Kosovo, of East Jerusalem, of the Golan Heights, or of Taiwan. How much of our policy is bent towards supporting the breakaway province of Taiwan? How come the Taiwanese have a right to self-determination, but the people of the Donbass do not? And China has not been bombing and shelling Taiwan, killing 14,000 Taiwanese over the last 14 years. But Ukraine has been doing that in Ukraine. So the level of hypocrisy is off the charts, and the rulers know it. The leader writers know it, Melvin. They're not idiots per se. It's that they can confidently count on the fact that we don't know it. Our people don't know it, or they have forgotten it. And they can confidently rely on a mass media that makes sure that that ignorance continues to be bliss for them. You and I are doing our bit. We're spreading the news of this show. Its audience is in the millions. And when we get our midweek modes, I'm confident that we can eventually reach 2 million viewers per week. And it's up to us to do what we can to contest the actually paper-thin arguments of our adversaries. And you and I are doing what we can on that. Will you be better off in 2023? A huge number of people have voted. You can vote right up to the end of the show. But only 17% say they'll be better off. I'd like to know who they are, you know. Me, it's obvious. But I'm not sure that there really are 17%